We are live. Welcome to Trend Labs News with Double I, Yam, and Yam Man. Okay, whatever. Anyway, Dusty, Double I, take it away.
Yeah. Did you know that the Department of Education in New Jersey is going to be teaching something new in their health class curriculum? Yes, that's right. You heard it here. New Jersey 101.5 reports that in a move, I'm sure most parents are unaware of the Department of Education just launched a new mandate for middle school health curriculum. All students will now be taught about anal sex. How woke?
Really?
How hood is that?
Well, I'll say this. I graduated in the mid 2000s and I was taught about sex in the 7th grade, and they showed us pictures of what STDs look like. And I think you're already teaching kids that, and it's probably more now than it was then. So, I mean, it's not really news to me.
I agree. I think the kids will probably be able to teach the teachers a little bit more.
Sadly, yeah.
Yeah.
Kids know more
For
about
sure.
the shit than teachers do nowadays.
Unfortunately,
Right.
they do. And it's a sad
Mhm.
state of affairs and world that we live in
It's
because
sad when you got to play catch
they
up.
should not have they should not have access to this kind of crap, man.
I agree, but sometimes it's good to have access to the shit, but sometimes it's bad,
No, I
especially if the
don't think
parents don't know about the new
sometimes.
trending shit. But I don't think a lot of parents will be okay
I think kids have
with
no
anal sex. But
freedom,
then again, there are a
no
lot of men that
liberty.
always ask women for anal sex,
Oh
which totally
yeah.
blows my
Yep.
fucking mind.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
weird.
Can I do anal? Like, what the fuck is your problem, dude? Like, I don't care what anybody says when it comes to that. If you're a man, you're dating a woman, and you want anal, that's very questionable in my eyes. I really don't care what anybody say. I don't care if she's on her period or whatever the fuck the excuse is. If it ain't her mouth or her pussy, then that's
Steer
questionable.
clear.
Yeah, I don't think it's nothing new. I mean, they was teaching kids this shit 20 years ago in middle school,
Well, they
and
weren't teaching them about anal though. They weren't teaching them that. They were teaching
Yeah,
them
they
about
weren't
like the
teaching about
different body
anal. I mean,
parts.
that's
They were teaching
just.
them about
what do
pussy
you
and dick
I
and
mean, you
syphilis and
what do
shit
you
like
mean?
that.
Like, I mean,
sodomy,
it was a
bro,
term.
sodomy. They teaching sodomy in school, man.
For
They
the most
about to
part, now
teach
they are.
God,
Look,
man.
I'm telling you, when I was in the 7th grade, everybody was in sex ed, and they was talking about everything. They was talking about cunnilingus and fellatio and everything, and they was using proper terms and all that shit. This is in 20 years ago.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying though, but that's different than actually starting to teach anal sex though.
What do you mean? Like they're showing them how to lube up or what? This is the
Yeah, they
instructional
literally
class.
got like different lubes that are good for it in this article that Double I is probably going to read to
Oh no,
us.
no, no, no.
How
That's a
to
different
clean your
article. That's
bum.
a different
How to
article.
clean
Because
your
to me,
bum.
that sounds like
Yeah.
something that's against the law. If that's the
Well,
No,
case,
no,
no, it's
that's
not.
a different.
Apparently, according to education, if it's educational, it's not
It's
against the law. It's basically like
educational.
Well,
YouTube,
hold on.
basically.
You're getting two articles mixed up here. All right.
I know.
There's the one
Basically, the
about
thing, the
the
thing, the thing
curriculum.
about the thing about this is, if it's educational, it's fine. If it's not educational, then you can get in trouble for it. So basically,
Well,
the school can actually teach this, but you can't teach your children this.
I'm not sure exactly how you're going to make it educational, but let's move on. So there's another article here.
Well, now let's talk about this some more because it's pretty much transitioned to that article too. So it's
Ugh.
so it's basically the same damn
I'm done with
thing.
this one,
So at
man.
the end of the day, how it works is if you were to teach your children this, you would probably go to jail for life or some type.
Damn
You would be
right.
on some type of
Damn
sexual
right.
offenders list and shit. Like it's basically what it is now. But if your school teaches them this, it's perfectly fine and it's educational. It's kind of
It's
like when they did the big
acceptable.
push for sex ed in school for like fourth to fifth graders. And people were like, I don't think my child should be learning about this at fourth and fifth
well,
grade, basically. But
well,
the sad part about this is they were teaching this third, fourth, and fifth grade to the black community, if you've ever noticed. This is why half these heifers were pregnant any damn way, learning all this other craziness when they were too young to even notice. Hell, I once heard a story about an 8-year-old girl who was actually pregnant at 8. Like, think about this shit.
Damn.
And they were teaching sex ed to girls this young for the most part, and she was actually getting sex education, and she ended up pregnant because she thought it was interesting. Because of all the diagrams and the shit in
I
the
don't
book.
think that's her fault. I
To me,
I think it's the school's fault. I think it's her parents' fault. I think it's everybody's fault. The school, her parents, and everybody.
I think it was whoever got her pregnant's fault.
Well, the boy was actually in the same class as her. They thought it was interesting.
Oh, they're kids.
Yeah, they're both kids.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And they were teaching this to young African American children from like then on for the most part. But like they waited till middle school to teach it to the white kids.
So we're talking about middle schoolers.
Oh yeah, but they were teaching this to elementary schoolers.
Curriculum.
Yeah, I know, but they were teaching this to elementary schoolers at the time, though. Is what I'm trying to tell you. When they first broke it out, they were literally teaching it to elementary schoolers.
Yeah,
I will say this: that 20 years ago, they did require a permission slip.
They didn't require one when they first broke it out. Then later on, they required one after that, though. But when they originally broke out the curriculum, it was a part of the curriculum, and if you liked it or not, your children were being taught this. The sad part about that is a lot of parents, when they knew that thing was coming up, they didn't send their kids to school that day.
I don't blame them.
I won't blame them either, but it's just the fact that they're doing stupid shit. And the sad part about that, if you teach your children the same fucking thing and out of the same fucking book, you would go to jail.
Yeah,
but the school can do it perfectly fine because it's the school, because it's all about indoctrination. It's kind of like when they get mad. It's kind of like when they get mad about the home. It's kind of like when they get mad about the whole entire homeschooling. Like, I don't think children should be homeschooled. I think they should have to come to school, or I think their curriculum should be structured like it is in school. No, bitch, you just want to be able to take control of my children and be able to teach them what the fuck you want to, and be able to indoctrinate my children. That's what the fuck you want, basically.
My children are homeschooled. A couple of them have been homeschooled for the last 6 years, I believe, and if you look at the spelling bee champions, they're always some homeschooled kid.
Yeah, right. Right. That's the sad part. They're always homeschooled and shit like that. They don't ever.
No. They're mostly Indian, but we're not going to talk about that right now.
And Chinese or Asian.
And Chinese, yeah.
And Chinese.
Every now and again, you'll get like a Nigerian in there. Every now and again, you get a sporadic Nigerian.
If they're a black kid, they're probably homeschooled though.
Yeah. If it's a black kid, they're probably homeschooled, or they probably have the Caribbean weekend school program, basically.
Well, I was just gonna say, when it's funny because when you go to college with them, like, and they graduate, they're going to school, and you're like, "What are you studying?" And they say, "Oh, I'm studying education." You're like, "Oh, really? What? Oh, what age do you want to teach?" And they're like, "I want to teach, pre-K, elementary school, and middle school." And then you know that when you see them, when they're out in the streets, like when you see them on campus, like they're the hella freak. They're the freakiest ones out of all the girls at the school.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And they're completely irresponsible. And then they get to choose, like they get to choose their lineup, like if they want to teach high school. Or if they stay in academia, they eventually get to teach college kids. Who, I mean, now that we're talking about it, it makes me think that they're probably going to be, by the time they're college age, they might not even be able to make it into college, because they have all this, because they have like a family.
Well, the sad part about that, they expand on that. It makes me wonder about that, for the fact that who the fuck is calling?
MGTOW and the Wind is calling.
Get your ass in here, dumbass. No, but
how is he calling both of us at the same time?
He's calling from the main one.
Oh wow! We here at the Tren Lab Studio have a outside caller. His name is MGTOW and the Wind, and he's a truck guy, news analyst.
He's actually at home right now, so he should be able to get his ass in here.
We are joined by a special guest.
Back to what I'm talking about. He's basically calling in the actual seven-man chat room in Discord. But the problem is, though, to expound upon what Yam said, 9 times out of 10, these same women who do this on campus that want to be educators probably turn out to be the same teachers who actually end up messing with the boys or kids and middle
if it's
school, high school, grade school, and
yeah.
college for the most part.
Yeah, but let a man take an interest in wanting to educate the youth, then he's automatically looked at as somebody who
Yeah,
just shouldn't be around.
yeah, basically.
Yeah, he has a problem. He has
You know, like
because or
we don't
he's
have
looked
any
at as a
role model. We don't need
stigmatized.
any role
Yeah, the
models.
sad
We
part
don't.
about the people who
All
are
your
spelling bee
role models
champions
have been
go on to be like
destroyed.
physicists, and the spelling bee champions go on to be physicists or scientists or anybody in the STEM field for the most part. But you got these goofy girls going on to talk about, I want to be an educator, or I want to be this, or I want to
You're
be
gonna
I
educate
want to
me
be
about
business,
anal
or I want to
sex,
be
huh?
something that really has no bearing in your future. So you get mad when you do stupid shit.
You want to educate me about anal sex, huh?
Yeah, and if you look at the statistics, women actually watch that stuff more than men do. Men stick to like just like really strict stuff, whereas like the women are more likely to go on the out and do and like research the really crazy stuff.
So who got where can I find those research results at?
Yeah. You type in yeah, I can give you the website. It's called
What
P.
porndemographics.com?
Oh,
The sad part about that, women are statistically more likely to watch incest porn
Ugh.
or rape porn.
Mm,
Let
yeah,
that shit sink in.
I don't know what it's like to be a woman, so I can't speak on it.
Well, no, that's what Pornhub actually shows statistically. More women are more likely to watch. Oh, look who finally decided to show up and seen the link. But yeah, women are more likely statistically to show up. I mean, damn,
welcome,
to actually
Conway.
watch rape porn, any type of rape porn or any type of incest porn. They even got it by country too. Women by countries.
Which ones are more
Well,
likely? Which
shit.
countries
I
are more
Yeah,
don't know
likely?
what to say.
literally. McTown, the wind just fell out again. Okay,
Well,
but
I
yeah,
don't know what to
finish.
say to that.
Go on to the
That
second
makes
Next,
a lot
article.
of sense.
Double
next.
Given their misplaced behavior in our society, they are probably out on the fringes in terms of like what they enjoy sexually. Probably like all them
Women are
guys
pretty much
Yeah.
always on the fringes. This is what I always talk
Yeah.
about when people argue with me about
You
like this.
have
Well,
no
no,
idea.
men have a higher sex drive than women. No, women have a crazier
No.
sex drive than men.
Oh,
Women
I
do
like
the
a freak.
craziest shit or into the
I like a
craziest
freak.
shit that men
It's like
men would actually look at.
Overdrive.
It's kind of like what they say in the manosphere. If a woman told you she was into, you'd probably look at her like she was crazy.
Mhm.
It's
Man,
just
let me
yeah.
tell
facts.
you. Like, I'm gonna tell you something, man. A woman
That's
will always be the person that opens up Pandora's box for a man when it is opened.
mhm.
It's always going to be a woman, man.
True
Like
story.
the person that introduced me into the
Yeah.
lifestyle was a woman. You know, she thought I was handsome and thought I would be good at doing this.
Yeah, you know what? Because I did have a situation once. A friend of mine, we used to hang out a lot, and he my parents didn't like him because they were like, he showed you blah blah blah. He showed you like Pornhub or whatever. You guys were. That's how you figured out about it. And I was just like, well, really? I don't even think that he was that much of an active piece in that. Like I feel like sex and stuff was always, or was always, if it was ever like revealed to me, it was always by a
Oh,
woman.
you're not 14. You're 7. You're not.
No, but continue on with the next topic. Double lot for the
Yeah.
most part. That pretty much
Well,
plays into this
so
one.
speaking of anal sex, so when you are doing nasty and you're getting ready to try to go up the old log flume, what type of lubrication would you use? Well, Yahoo Life gives us a list of backdoor openers that may allow you to get back
Turn off
in
your
there
camera, Win.
and finally, stretch and spread what you need to do in back there. So the first one is by Pajor, and it's called Backdoor. Any of you guys out there have any experience with this Pajor Backdoor?
Oh God.
No, the only
They
thing
had
I've
they
ever
had
heard of
fancy
it,
names for fucking
the only
lubricants. No,
thing,
are you
the only
serious?
Yeah.
thing
Well, the
that
second spot. Go ahead.
only
Go ahead.
thing I would advise a bitch to do is don't eat.
Don't eat it. Yeah. So it's the next slot. Number 2 spot is also taken by Pajor, and it's called Pajor Aqua. So I imagine it's a little different than the first spot one because obviously it's in spot number 2.
Mm.
Yeah. Moving on. So the
Alrighty.
most natural thing that they say is just go get some coconut oil. That's number 3 on the list. Natural coconut oil. Yeah.
Mm.
hmm
That ruined coconut oil for me altogether.
I know. I'm
Right.
saying,
Oh
man. I'm
my
saying.
You
god.
gotta
And
take
then,
it out of the
but
pantry and
it
throw it
gets
in your
better
garden.
because if you want to move on to number
Get out of
4,
my
it's called the
bedroom.
butters. The butters. Yeah.
Truffle butter.
Hygienics.
Ugh.
Well, and the next
The
one,
smell of truffle
all
is
you
nasty.
wonderful
Not an
drivers out there, you're
aphrodisiac.
gonna love this. The next one, number 5, is Uber Lube. Uber
Uber
Lube.
Oh God.
Yeah, man. So number 6 on that list is Good Clean Love, Almost Naked. Yeah, that's what it's called. Anal lube.
Almost naked. What?
Almost naked. Well, yeah.
I think you're pretty much
okay.
naked at that point.
But so
Yeah.
if none of those really make the grade for you, maybe
Now I
you
can hear
would
something.
want number
Can
7.
you hear me?
Number
Yeah, we hear
7
you.
is really awesome because it's called Boy Butter. Yeah,
Oh, God.
Boy butter.
Boy Butter. That's
What the
right.
fuck's
Number
that?
7.
This shit.
Unbelievable.
This shit gets crazy. How many more of these
Shame.
are there? How many more of these double
There's
acts?
10. There's 10.
Okay,
So there's
good,
3
good,
more to
good.
go.
Oh, bro, I can't.
You know,
Something
believe
to
this next one is
10
interesting
more.
drop out
because
of this
you know
motherfucker.
if you're going to put your tentacle into if you're going to put your tentacle into another man or a woman.
Pause.
Yes.
No, nothing. I'm just saying that because
Pause. I'm gonna need you to say
Oh,
pause.
yeah,
when you say this shit
yes,
here,
yes.
like double
Pause,
act.
exactly. So as you ready your tentacle for entry, you might want to use Sliquid or Organics gel. Sliquid
Liquid.
Organics gel.
Wow.
Number 8.
You know what?
Yes,
my
Sliquid.
friend that owns a dispensary, he actually has a marijuana lubricant.
Whoa. That's
Number
crazy.
9 on
I
our
ain't
list.
drunk enough for this shit.
Number 9 on our list
Oh,
actually
speaking
comes with its own vibrator, and it's
What the
I'm
fuck?
sorry, applicator, and it's called B Vibe Lube Applicator. It comes with a 3-finger thumb trigger, so it allows you for easy insertion by yourself or with your partner. And number 9, and that's the B Vibe Lube Applicator.
Oh,
That's right.
pause. Oh my god.
Fun for days.
Unbelievable, dude.
What list is
Mhm.
this? I hope they giving this to the
And
school
and
kids.
if none of those work out for your anal play in the
You
bedroom,
think that you're questioning this, but they'll probably be teaching this, and they'll probably be teaching a couple of
They'll
these in
probably be
sex
teaching it in
education
school,
class.
so
Damn
your
right.
kids will be ahead of you.
Yeah, literally in
Dusty,
this
on this
shit. They'll be
information.
teaching
They
this in
will
sex
know more
education
about
class, at least 3 of them.
and if you
They'll
They'll be
probably
like,
get the
they'll
ones
be
that
like, they'll be like, no,
these
Dusty,
other
their
no,
sex
Dusty, you
education
hold the
class.
lubricant,
You're gonna
you
get that
hold the
sponsor.
applicator like this, and it has a 3-finger
that-
thumb grip.
that applicator's legit, bro. I mean, I
Yeah.
know you can't see it right now, but I'm just saying, man. It's got 3-finger, a little hole thing. It's like a syringe. You stick that shit up your ass
Bowling ball.
and squirt, and that's all lubricated, all up and down the shaft. That's what they're saying here.
So what
All
you
right, so
gotta
if
do
none of
is
those,
bend her over
say
and
you
put
have
on that bowling ball.
say you have, your anus is
By
very,
Lin.
very sensitive and
Oh
you're,
my God.
possibly allergic to all those other things that we mentioned already. Number 10 might be for you. System Joe, H2O, Strawberry Kisses, water-based lube, baby. You just put that shit
What
on
the
and
fuck
you're
is
good to
that?
go.
Strip.
The names they come up with, though.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I need to give me. I need to pour me another some more vodka.
So
Hey,
honorable
wait, I got
mention.
wild turkey. I think
Honorable
I'm gonna
mention
do
if
that.
you
Okay.
want to, if you want to
Be
go
like,
the
hey.
more natural route.
Hey,
can use some
Tico.
aloe calavera pina colada. You can eat
Double A's voice could literally be on
Hey, yo.
some station called like 107.9 the
107.69.
107.69.
This is the
Like,
deep
how does that
down
work?
show.
Like
The
how does
deep
that
down
work, right?
low
Like how does that work when you got your little chick and you about to hit that gasket one time and
So
you
funny.
reach in there and get that for me. She was like, boy butter.
Hey,
Boy
hey,
butter.
Hey. I got
Mm.
something.
Mhm.
I
you
got
can't
Boy
something.
get
butter.
this gasket.
Yeah.
I got you some boy butter, baby.
Oh god,
I
that
need to
sounds so
drink
wrong
for
on so
this.
many levels.
Yeah.
That
Hey, Tren,
just sounds like something that a pedophile would pick up.
I
She
got something. I got
try
something to
to
say.
get
I
that
got something.
gasket flushed.
Hey, guys.
It's
Hey, I got something. Hey,
What? What?
parents, if you hear this, parents, if you hear this, that's your child using that.
It's
Oh
disgusting.
no, it's enough. It's enough talk about gaskets.
And on
Oh,
that bombshell, we're
so
gonna just
fucking
call it a
done,
day
man.
because I can't do no more of this topic at
Oh,
all.
No,
I'm
this is
sorry.
done.
Yeah,
Put a
I'm sorry.
fucking
This
nail
is
in this coffin.
bye, niggas.
We're
Bye.
done with
Just bye,
movies.
niggas. Bye. We ain't gonna do an outro. Just bye, niggas. Bye. Fuck this shit.
Done.
I'm done.
Do it.
Hopefully, my
that
children
shit.
are done with school by this time. Fuck this shit.